Evening. Thanks for joining us. Bill is off tonight. The arrest of 9 Department of Corrections employees, including a warden, is opening up a wider discussion on Wisconsin's aging prisons. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office announced this week the investigation at Waupun Correctional Institution over the deaths of 2 prisoners. Tonight, we bring you team coverage on the fallout. We begin with Brittany Schmidt, who tells us why Green Bay Correctional Facility is also under scrutiny.
Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt says the failures documented at Waupun are not isolated to one facility. During his press conference on Wednesday, he also brought up problems at Green Bay Correctional Institution and renewed a call to shut down both prisons.
We are operating the oldest prison in the state of Wisconsin at a dangerous and reckless manner.
Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt says Waupun Correctional Institution and Green Bay Correctional Institution, 2 of Wisconsin's maximum security prisons, share similar issues within its walls.
They were investigated in Brown County. No criminal charges were filed in those incidents. However, we have similar issues that occurred during those incidents. And a stern warning was issued by the investigator to the Department of Corrections, meaning this is not isolated to one facility in the Department of Corrections.
Sheriff Schmidt is calling on the Department of Corrections, the governor, and state leaders to consider renovating the prisons or closing them altogether.
1 new prison could replace 2 prisons, or 2 renovated prisons would be much better than what we have now. It will save lives. It will provide for a more humane treatment of inmates.
It's a message Alloway Village President Jim Rafter says he's been sending for years.
The problems at GBCI are rampant. I was very happy to hear that someone outside of the Green Bay area is recognizing the need to close Green Bay Correctional Institution. And
over the years, there's been reports of guards not following protocols, a shortage of staffing leading to safety concerns, and deplorable living conditions, including rat problems.
So it is the structure, it is the conditions that the staff has to work in and those who are incarcerated have to live in. It's been the lockdown for the last almost year. Now I understand they're loosening those because staffing is getting better, and I'm very happy for that. But that's only a very small piece of the problem here at GBCI.
Last November, the DOC announced it was lifting lockdown restrictions at GBCI. In February, the DOC increased access to showers for inmates. But according to a letter sent to Action 2 News in April from an inmate at GBCI, they described the deplorable conditions as being, quote, treated like wild animals. The inmate goes on to write, inmates are in cells roughly 167 hours a week.
They're living in inhumane conditions. You can't expect people, after spending years in prison, locked up, treated like animals, to come back into society safely and to stay back in the community.
Rafter says it ties into public safety within a community.
The allegations are incredibly concerning.
Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul echoes a similar viewpoint, saying it's critical the prison system is working safely, humanely, and effectively.
Nearly everybody who goes into our correction system will someday leave our correction system, go back into our communities, and making sure that we have programs and policies and processes in place that will keep people safe and hopefully help with, in some cases, recovery, with job training, with other things that can help folks succeed when they leave the system. All our communities are safer if we can accomplish that.
Kaul, along with Rafter and Sheriff Schmidt, agree legislators and policymakers need to evaluate the system and take action. Governor Tony Evers has not responded to these renewed calls by many to close GBCI and WCI, but in the past he has opposed closing the institutions, saying the entire criminal justice system needs to be reformed. In the newsroom, Brittany Schmidt, Action 2 News.